Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. Gina here. Welcome back to Cosmic Bodyguards. Today's episode will be a little bit different, but I guarantee if you're into cryptocurrency the way I am and astrology, you're really going to enjoy this. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit this little notification button. It's in the shape of a human hand with a thumbs up like this. You just go click, right? If you like my channel and you want to see more quality content coming in, you want to see more information on what I am finding here with my research, please hit the subscribe button. This is really good and if you hit the little bell, the little ding, 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 then you'll actually get a notification on your phone letting you know that Miss Cosmic Bodyguards, Gina Rose Davis, has uploaded a new video. I didn't plan my intro there, but this is Hand. We have Mr. Hand today. He's a little bit perverted, and he's dirty right now. He's a dirty little hand because I was writing in the dirt a secret message for neighbors with Mr. Hand. But Mr. Hand is a good pointer as well. He's a very good little teacher here. Alrighty, I got Mr. Pen and some notes, but we're gonna stick to a couple main notes for the first video to see how y'all like it. As long as you hit the thumbs up button, then I'll post more of the details that I have found because they are fascinating. I love cryptocurrency. I'm invested in Bitcoin, in Dogecoin, and in Ethereum. Ethereum's boring to me. It's been boring, but Doge was really interesting to me, and I made my very first investment on January 6th. I made my very first Bitcoin investment I think April 2020 when I downloaded the Cash App. I was listening to Joe Rogan podcast. He said something about Cash App. Buying, I didn't care about the stocks part. I cared that if you signed up, you'd get $5 or $10 free. And I was like, that broke. And I remember putting $1 into Bitcoin. I remember seeing that tab for Bitcoin and for stocks. And I bought $1 of Disney. I had no idea what I was doing. And then I bought $1 of Bitcoin. Well, my old iPhone 5 had way too much stuff on it. I needed to delete stuff to make storage with that old phone, you know, this guy right here. And so I deleted Cash App because I wasn't using it. And so I logged back into Cash App in September or October 2020, so several months later, and my $1 that I had completely forgotten about from Bitcoin had almost doubled. It was almost at $2, $1.81, right? And I remember sitting there and I didn't not understand math at all. I just really didn't understand any of that. I didn't understand stock markets or anything. I always thought Wolf of Wall Street behavior when I thought of stock markets. And I heard of Bitcoin, but really no clue what it was. It was so abstract. I'm still learning. However, I remember texting my friend, and Brent, who is a big stock market investor, big early crypto guy. And I said, so does this mean that this Bitcoin is worth almost twice of what it was worth when I invested? I know that sounds silly, right? But it was a valid question, and it was the question that really changed my life. And got me into my stock investing and even some day trading and some crypto research and mixing it with astrology. How exciting, right? Wow. It really gave me this like avenue to go down even further. And I am so excited. So yeah, around October, I bought Moderna. I forgot what other ones I bought, but and it's just been like that ever since. On January 6th, I bought some Dogecoin. I saw the little list on the Robinhood app, of all the different cryptos, and I'm like, well, this one's worth 0.0004 cents or something, so why don't I buy some of that? Not really understanding it yet. And I completely forgot about that. And I found that's the funnest way to do stock market, to do these kinds of things. Is there are things you should be intentional of. There are things that is better to just set it, forget it, and come back and be delightfully surprised, because I have been delightfully surprised about these things. But it's struck my curiosity even more. The first very obvious one, you'll probably hear other astrologers, financial astrologers getting into this, is, looks like somebody's outside. I hate when that happens. It creeps me out, you guys. It creeps me out so freaking bad. Ugh. Okay, so being a single mom is hard. Okay, that's why I do stock markets, y'all. You got to empower yourself with money. And if you don't, I don't really have any money. It's all in the stock market, but I will. I technically do. I just don't want to liquidate anything. I don't want to sell my positions because I'm just getting started, and I'm really curious to see where this goes. This cryptocurrency, the first Bitcoin, was traded the year Obama became president. President Barack Obama in 2008. Now, if you're a young one, you might not remember his whole slogan that year during his election was called change. Everything was change. And he even had a photo of himself with this sort of digitized look, which is really interesting. And this is when the first crypto Bitcoin was mined and traded on the market. And it's a very volatile cryptocurrency. It has in its birth chart that we don't have a specific birth chart. I'll get into that another time, actually. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. But in the chart that I look at, we have Moon square Mars. The moon and Mars, two very explosive, volatile, changeable planets. And that's I have that in my birth chart, right? My mom was pretty volatile in her young years, and she's a lot more chill now, which gets me into my next point, which is Mars in the Bitcoin chart is in the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn, we're going to find Mr. Capricorn here, or Mrs. Capricorn. This guy right here. Anybody see the Capricorn sign? You got it. Right there. Right next to Sagittarius and before Aquarius. Pluto, powerful, very slow moving planet. It can take up to 30 years for Pluto to transit one zodiac sign. You understand? The slower the planet moves in our geocentric view, the more powerful it has, effect it has on society. So the societal planets are Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune, and sort of Saturn. But Pluto, the last time Pluto was in Capricorn, you want to try and guess what kind of currency was invented? Pluto in Capricorn, the U.S. American dollar. The U.S. American dollar was a product of the American War of Independence in America between the Brits and us, and we won. And in 1792, we had about 18 years later, the first US dollar was ready to be used. It was official. It had to be used. And so that's my next point, that anybody, if you're an astrologer or not, if you're just studying this, you're curious, I'm going to give you a really powerful understanding of the sign of Capricorn that nobody really talks about, but that is a fact, that planets that are in Capricorn in anybody's birth chart, planets that are in Capricorn and Aquarius, but especially Capricorn, they take Saturn's full life cycle to mature, and Saturn takes 28 and a half years to cycle around the whole zodiac. You understand me? So 28, that's Saturn's life cycle, ecliptic cycle. So So planets that are in Capricorn, everybody's going on about Capricorn, all these planets in Bitcoin's chart in the sign of Capricorn, which is Saturn sign, which is, harsh, fierce, it's restriction, but it's responsibility. What they're failing to say, I noticed, is that these planets, all of these planets, including Mars, exalted in Capricorn, they will take almost 30 years to mature. And since we're already almost around 15 years almost of our first Bitcoin being released, we still have double that amount of time before we really see cryptocurrency legitimized. So you need to hold on to your, don't sell your positions. This is going to be a long time from now, and it might explode, to the moon and do whatever, you might become Dogecoin whales or whatever these Reddit guys are talking about. You might go to the moon. That's fun. But the moon is squaring Mars in the Bitcoin chart, and you need to be aware of that. Moon squaring Mars is volatile, right? Also, you are not the Bitcoin. You are not the birth chart, right? So you are not the fluctuations that Bitcoin is. You are a human spirit soul. And so remember to try and stay grounded in this understanding. So I've noticed lots of stelliums, groupings of planets in the sign of Capricorn in both Doge and in Bitcoin. And Capricorn, we're going to go into more in the next, but I just wanted to make that point, introduce this to my channel, and we'll see how it goes as a series. But I've got a lot more notes because I study every day, sometimes 8, 9, 10, 14 hours a day of study. It's hard to express it, but I just wanted to put that out. If you are somebody with planets in Capricorn, or Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, for instance, Mars in Capricorn, these are powerful types of people, but they take, any planet, like I've said, the significations of the planet and the house that Capricorn's in your chart, which I can tell you if you buy a reading with me, is going to take that length to mature. So when you think in 5 years, when Doge or when Bitcoin has exploded on the market, guess again. And we don't really know for sure with Bitcoin's chart. We don't know what time or where it was founded, but we do know in the chart that we pull up that Capricorn is in the 7th house of other people, which is us. It's the people, it's in a relationship with us. And so if Cap's in the 7th house of relationships, contracts, partnership, and it takes 28.5 years for that house and those planets to become fully matured, that means I'm not seeing crypto being legitimized as significant as the dollar, as valid, until, when would that be? Let's do the math really quick. Let's see. If I had to put a prediction on the year that Bitcoin became the #1 form of currency, or even just cryptocurrency, for instance, let's see. $2036 is going to be significant, right? So we'll watch for that. Okay, that's it for now. My next video, I'm going to be going over, to lighten things up, we're going to go over all the symbols in the zodiac. I'm going to teach you just how to draw them very simply, and the planets and some of the important symbols that you'll see in a birth chart, so you could start reading your own, right? Or if we go in for a reading together, you'll understand a little bit more. Okay? Enjoy, leave your comments. No fighting in my comments. Okay, I don't want any volatility. This isn't Bitcoin here. This isn't the stock market. It's Cosmic Bodyguards, where we have a big capacity for love. It's ancient astrology down to earth, right? Practical application. of very ancient skills. Okay, so have a wonderful time. Go put money into Dogecoin. I don't understand the psychology of somebody who won't. Tell me. That's a good discussion topic for the comments. Have a great one. Goodbye.